So the Lovebot is currently it's a 250-pound cement sculpture with a big red heart in its chest. It has no face to sort of symbolize everybody and a big heart, so it just communicates one message. The robots, they're really blocky, so they're very stable and geometric. The horizontal and vertical lines create a very stable and sort of trustworthy look. It's just a character design thing. Yeah, they're designed really just to make people smile. Currently there's about 60 robots or so, and they all have a story of love and kindness attached to them, of something that somebody did or a group of people. And the purpose of connecting these stories to the robots and to these people is to monumentalize their kind acts.
My name is Stephanie. We are Lovebot number 85 at St. Patrick's Church, Toronto. This Lovebot is dedicated to Lucio Abbruzzese, who is the founder of a grassroots collective called Street Patrol. We go on a walking pilgrimage across the city, distributing goods and clothing to our homeless brothers and sisters.
Our motto is a gift of food and friendship to those in need. So we not only emphasize giving out food and drinks, but also talking and making the homeless feel like they are part of our city and our family.
No matter who you are, you always have it in you to give, that no matter what kind of day we're having, we're always capable of love and giving.
The meaning behind it is so crucial. If you're going to make an image, it's got to communicate something, because you're trying to tell somebody something. When they look at it, it's almost like you have a language. Like, why would you learn German if you have nothing to say? Right? So if you're going to learn art, you need to have something to say. So I really believe that the robots, making people smile and adding kindness into the city, it's a lot of power.
So my name is Shyla Tabando. My Lovebot is number 81. It's at Klaus on King West. I was visiting my best friend. It was third year university. It was a cold February Sunday. I left, walked across the street, slipped on some ice. I didn't even feel my ankle break. My head is what I heard when it hit the ice and the concrete. These men came from another apartment building. They picked me up. They flagged a passing car down. He stayed the entire 8 hours with me at the hospital. To this day, I don't know who these two men were. I would love to thank them. It was really nice and it made a difference. So I hope that other people will take times out of their busy days in the city, because things move fast, and stop and help people now and then and notice what's going on around them.
What's amazing is that there's so much negativity in the media, but it's the little kind acts or these amazing things that are happening in the world that often go unnoticed. They just happen. The person that's doing the kind thing doesn't really need the recognition, and this wonderful thing happens that could inspire so many people, but it doesn't make the cut of the news stations. So I almost want to give a voice to these kind acts, and by monumentalizing them with these sculptures, I want to inspire other people with them.
I'm Danielle, and our Lovebot is called Silly Goose Kids. I have 3 little ones, Jackson, who is going to be 8 in a couple weeks, Rowan, who's 6, and our daughter Willow, who is 4. Over the course of the day, it had rained, and we had to move some things around in the campsite, tables and where we were eating and dining, to string tarps up overhead so we wouldn't get wet. Ultimately, we ended up eating at a table that was closer to the fire, and she got up to do a little dance about something, and we think she tripped backwards and she fell into our campfire. I remember thinking, this is a movie happening in front of my eyes. This is not happening. And I was screaming a lot, and ultimately all of our screaming, I think, brought these strangers to our aid, to our campsite. They came running. We were inspired by the kindness of very strangers who helped her to survive that day, and felt that that was a really important message to teach the kids. It feels good. It feels really, really good to give to someone and not expect anything back.
It's the heart and the chest that's the most important part. The robot itself, it could be a robot of any kind, it could be a tank. But the heart and the chest and the focal point, which is that red area that you look at, because it doesn't have a face. Usually we're looking at eyes all the time. But when it doesn't have a face, you just go straight to the heart. And I designed that so that it would communicate the messages that I believe in, that I'm trying to send out into the world. The power that we have to make other people happy is incredible. To recognize that is the most important part.